everybody, how's everybody doing? Welcome to Hanging Out with Hack. Just came in from a smoke and some unmentionables. Let's see what we got in the chat. Wow, we got 24 people in here already. And let's see if we can name that tune. Okay, we got Todd. Hey Todd, how's it going, Soda Pop? Mr. BHB, Bruce, where you been, buddy? Hope you're doing well, my friend. EVH and Gear TV, hey Eric. Eric, man, that was an awesome time we had the other day, buddy. We got to do that again, my friend. Stephen Hurd, how are you, man? Welcome. Eric, man, oh, that was an awesome time we had the other day, buddy. Rookie mistake. Okay, let me just get caught up here, folks. Apologize for that. Okay, who else we got? Who else we got? Man, we got 25 people in here already. This is absolutely mind-blowing, man. This is amazing. Thank you all so much. Okay, let me get caught up. We got Todd Graff. Todd, welcome. R2R3, hey, buddy. How you enjoying that that new Les Paul? Have you got a chance to plug it in yet? Those P90s are sick, man. I know they're sick. Hey, Terry, how are you? Who else we got? Will Varela. Will, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well, buddy. I hope you're recovering well. Michael Bishop, welcome. How are you, man? Todd Flowers, how you doing? Joe Hervey, 84. Welcome, my friend. Mark Wade, time has been kind. Hey, buddy. Thanks for popping in. Jack Clark, how you doing? Okay, just getting caught up. Mick Reekin, hey, man. Nice to see you. Ron Limber, how you doing? How you doing? Let me get caught up. Let me get caught up. I'm getting caught up. Ivan Carter. Hey, Ivan Carter. Thank you so much for sending me that picture. I posted it on my Facebook page. Thank you so much for supporting the cause. Appreciate that. Blimpus, welcome. Stephen Hurd, Kiss. Okay, we got a winner. We got a winner. Okay, but what song was that? If you don't know that one, man, that's like the song they played every show. Quentin James. Oh, Quentin, I forgot to send you a message, but you are awake. Okay, Quentin, are you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Quentin! Hey, buddy, thanks for popping in. Scott Nickerson, welcome. Braxel, welcome. Janice, how are you? Braxel, how you doing? You should cook a ribeye outside. I tell you what, Braxel, you send me a ribeye, I'll cook it outside, and I'll tape it for you. I'll video it for you. Oh, rock and roll all night. Okay, Terry's got it. Yeah. Okay, now the next guess is, what guitar was I playing that on? Hack wants to rock. You got that right. Dennis Bro, welcome, buddy. How's everybody doing this evening? So yes, it is Thursday. Let me just move up my chair a little bit. It's a little later than usual. Ben was going on at 9, so I thought I'll go on a little bit later too, because it'll give me time to finish my smoke. That being said, I didn't finish my smoke, but anyways, no worries, no worries. It's there for me to finish another time. But man, we got 39 people. This is so cool. Thank you all so much. Just going to refresh this chat because I know some more people popped in. Oh, man. Trying to stay warm. Yeah, I hear you. Okay, okay. Dwayne Doucette. Oh, that's awesome, Dwayne. That's good to hear, buddy. Yeah, I know the side effects are killer, man. Dwayne is going through chemo right now, and I can't say I know how he feels, but I've witnessed it. I did that with my mom all last year, so hopefully the side effects won't be so bad, buddy. I wish you the best, my friend. Daniel Horsley, how are you? Hey, Blackie, welcome. Jeff Harper. Okay, have I caught everyone? Have I caught Brian Cote? Welcome. Brad Miller, hey, buddy. Brack Stubblefield, welcome. Alex Radford, thanks for coming. Bearded Blues, dude. How are you, man? Jeff Harper. I know it's not the Firebird, Brad Miller. Paul Lou, welcome. Marsman, how are you? Frank Corcoran. Vinny 5150. Ron Gillespie. Man, everybody's coming in. This is awesome. What's up, Doc? Welcome. Sean Zimmerman. How's my day, Alex Radford? It's going to get better because as of tomorrow, I'm going to be off for a couple of weeks. So expect a lot of videos coming. I got some ideas for some videos. And if you guys have some ideas for stuff that you'd like me to do or you'd like to see, let me know. That's one of the things I wanted to talk about today. Rock and Roll Guitar Lounge. Hey, man. Ed Dana, how's it going? What size ribeye would you like? Is 4 inches thick enough? Yeah, I could have. Yeah, 4 inches will do. Sure. Oh, that's funny. Bobby Lopez. Hello, all from Toronto. Bobby, you're in Toronto? Whereabouts in Toronto are you, man? I'm in Toronto as well. Buck Lester, I rock the blues. Welcome, guys. Wizard One Music. Wow, man. Everybody's in there. Scott Defuc. That's a French name, right, Scott? Am I getting that right? Try Heat 480. Hey, man. Zip Fix, how's it going? The new guitarist, welcome. Bearded Blues, dude, I'm good, brother. Got a new to me Gibson yesterday. Pretty stoked. 67 SG Melody Maker. Nice. Yeah, man. Do a video, man. Post it. Han 36 solo. Got the flu real bad. Oh, sorry to hear that, man. You know what? It's going around, buddy. I was sick pretty bad last week, and Brian Cote actually is he's getting better now, but he caught it. Yeah, this is pretty crappy weather, and I think a lot of people are feeling it. Do a video on the best guitar hat. On the best guitar hat? Okay. I don't know quite what you mean. Hey, Showman Blues. I'm doing well, buddy. How are you? Stephen S. Picker hat. Hey, guys. What's up, Doc? $500 to $800 Canadian budget. Looking for something stable that is going to last me for some time. Just want to pick up and play rather than tinker. 6-string electric. Any suggestions? $500 to $800. For $500 to $800, you know what? If you could find something used, I would go with if you go new, I'd go Player Series Fender, because that's a good guitar for that money. If you could go new, sorry, I'd go Player Series. Used, I would look for like a Mexican. I don't know. Are you going Fender, Gibson? What do you want? Humbucker? If you could be a little more specific, I could maybe give you some more ideas. Cyber Evil. Video idea. Shock me in full. Yeah, not happening, buddy. And I ain't lighting any of my guitars on fire for that. That's that's not gonna happen, my friend. Jamal, hey buddy, watching from work. Jamal is always at work. Thanks for coming in, Jamal. Appreciate it, man. Okay, have I caught? Yeah, so if anybody's got any questions or comments, and Sean Zimmerman, welcome. Randy Tritt, how are you? If anybody's got any questions and comments and you want me to see them, oh my God, I hit 60 already. This is incredible. Yeah, please tag me at Guitar Hack. Soda Pop, how many amps do you own? At the moment, I own. Okay, what do I own? I own a couple of heads. What you heard at the opening of the show was the Marshall Origin. I've talked about that a million times. It's a fantastic head, the Origin 50. Marshall. I got a Hughes & Kettner 2-Meister 36 watt, which I used at the gig last Saturday. I got a lot of gig news for you, for you guys too, man. It's just gigs are just going absolutely apeshit. And I got a Marshall combo, which you can see behind me, the DSL 40. Lars Guitar, hey man. Braxel, have you ever smashed a guitar on stage? Not on purpose, but I have had a few guitars drop on me. I've said this a million times. Avoid like the plague any horseshoe-shaped strap locks. I don't care who makes them. Just avoid them like the plague. Use Ernie balls, anything that's round and will go in and will not spin, because yes, you tighten the hell out of them, but horseshoes, in my experience, over time they will spin on your strap and the open side will be down and you will drop a neck. It's happened to me twice. I've damaged 2 Les Pauls, because of it. So that's just my 2 cents. You can use obviously whatever you want, but I'd stay the hell away from horseshoe-shaped strap locks. Dennis, bro, good luck to you. Yeah, okay. Everyone's wishing him the best. That's awesome. Quentin James. Oh man, yeah, the Abasi guitars. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that a little bit. If anyone's not familiar, Fender is releasing an Abasi style. Looks like a Telecaster with that Abasi shape, and it's an absolute abomination. Yeah, check that out, folks. The parallel or the alternate universe series Fender guitars. They're releasing a couple of them. I saw two of them today, and the Abasi one is just, I don't know. I think somebody lost a bet. I don't know what the hell that's about, but I mean the Meteora is very very cool. Cool shape, looks really good, but that Abasi thing, man, I don't know what the hell was going on with that. Hey, what's up, Doc? Welcome. Nathan Madden official page. How are you, man? Okay, okay. Let me get caught up. Let me get caught up. Alex Redford. Hey, Guitar Hack, ever play any Vola? No, I haven't. Vola guitars, I only play what the big chains carry. If it's like an order guitar, a special guitar like that that's not carried, then I typically would not be able to get my hands on it, unfortunately. Guitar Hack, yes, it is good to be here, my friend. It is good to have you here, buddy. Appreciate you being here, Bruce. Lost Smoke, what the hell? You skipped right over me, bro. Oh, sorry, buddy. Sorry. I didn't. Oh, God. Lost Smoke, I didn't lose my mom. Thank God. No, she just went through a year of chemo. So I was just sharing that with Dwayne Doucette, who's in the process of going through it right now. What do I think about Yamaha possibly buying Gibson? I didn't know that was a thing. That is absolute news to me. All I know about Yamaha is Line 6 change presidents. I saw that video from Eric the other day. Hey, Yorg Nat, how are you? Chad Boston, welcome. I Rock the Blues, how's it going? Guitared it. Okay, okay, I think... Okay, if I've missed anyone, I apologize. There are 70 people watching, so... I cracked 70 last week, and I cracked it again. So that's 2 weeks in a row. That's amazing. Thank you all so much for checking it out. Guitar Hack, my ex-wife smashed the guitar on me, but the saving grace was that the guitar wasn't mine, so she had to pay for it. Hey, welcome, David Ennis. So yeah, I thought the Yamaha thing was old too. Yeah, I think that was a rumor years ago, wasn't it? When Gibson was in trouble. Yeah. Yeah, Jamal, thank you so much. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, folks. I really appreciate that. It's been rumored. Okay, Lost Smoke. Yeah, well, there's a million rumors going around. So a couple of things. Okay, since you're mentioning Gibson, I was going to mention this as well. I just learned of this today. Mark Ignazi. I don't know if you're familiar with Mark Ignazi. I don't know if you know who Mark Ignazi is. He is the gentleman that works at Norman's Rare Guitars, and he is his sales manager. Mark Ignazi is now working for Gibson Guitars. He's a musician that's been around for a long time. He's played a lot in the LA area. He's been in numerous bands and things, and he's kind of a well-known player. He's not just a guy who sells guitars. So he's got a history, and he is the newest employee of Gibson Guitars. So that's news. So we'll see what happens there. But I mean, that's just more changes to Gibson, right? Having people like Mark Ignazi, who's real familiar with the instrument and loves Gibson, that can't be bad for Gibson. That's going to be a good thing. Okay, Pickerhead. Yeah, thank you so much. ChickNGuitars, welcome. EJ, how are you? It's been rumored that EJ has a new Firebird. Okay, I saw Stafford's live stream and you on it, EJ, and you know what? I think I'm a bad. Well, I know I'm a bad influence. I've been called that many times. With as far as guitars and also cigars. I have a lot of friends that smoke guitars. They smoke cigars because of me, and they've bought instruments because of me, and yeah, my gas spreads. And anyways, I'm happy you bought a Firebird. I think you're gonna love the Firebird. Let me know what you think so far. I absolutely love mine. It's hanging right there. Took it to rehearsal last night. I've got a gig actually tomorrow night, and the Firebird is going to be used at that show as well. So, yeah, they're great guitars, man. They are great guitars. Not so comfortable playing sitting down, but surprisingly very comfortable playing standing up. So, they're great gigging guitars. No worries, Guitar Dit. No worries, buddy. Got one earbud in. Okay, chicken guitars. No worries. Yeah, so that your channel is growing. Half your show will turn into shoutouts. Great job. Yeah, but you know what? I like welcoming everyone because I absolutely appreciate you all coming in and checking out this mug every week, and you know, it means a lot to me, and it's just an absolute joy, you know, to talk to all you folks once a week, and just talk gear and nerd out, and you know, talk about whatever. So it's just an absolute blast for me. Yeah, smoke. Yeah, smoke guitars, Terry. It's all good, no worries. Yeah, and I want to see R2, man. I want to see a video of you playing that. I want to see a video of you playing that Les Paul, man. Todd Graff, favorite strings and picks. Um, recently, Todd Graff. Let me just take this off. Let me just put this back to voice here. Just give me a second, because I had it on studio. Because I know the guitar sounds better that way. Okay, I'm back to voice, and I'm gonna put this down. So basically, what I was playing was Blackie. Okay. Okay. So favorite strings. I'm on to Darios right now. You know, for me, it's either Darios or it's Ernie Balls. I kind of go back and forth, but I don't know why. I just switched back to Darios. I'm just finding them a little more comfortable for whatever reason. I mean, it may just be in my head. I don't know. As far as gauge, I always use 9 gauge, 9 to 42s. I don't want to work when I play. I have a hard enough time just playing, so I try to keep it real simple. I don't want the guitar to fight me at all. So, and I'll use 9 gauge on any guitar that I play, whether it's the Firebird, a Les Paul, a Fender, any of that. As far as picks, the only picks that I use and have been using for probably, I'd say, last year, year and a half, is these Dava picks. They are absolutely fantastic. I used to use the JD3s, the real thin little guys. See if I have one here. Hang on. There you go. I used to use these. These are great too. I like them because the end is really sharp, so I don't miss strings. But since I switched to Davas, I haven't really gone back to JDs. So that's what I'm using. Uh, don't all or get yeah, all gas spreads. You got a point there, Marsman, for sure, buddy. You and Brian Cote plus EJ's guitars influenced me to get the Gibson. Okay, so there's 2 strikes. Okay, so I'm partially responsible for that one too. Brad Miller, I'm partially responsible for his Les Paul. So yeah, I'm a bad influence, folks. Don't watch any of my stuff because I'll just get you to buy stuff. So, what would be your words of wisdom to a young guitarist? Practice. Basically, just practice, and I'll say that, and I'll say play with people. You know, I practicing at home is terrific, and getting your chops up at home is terrific, but the true test is when you play with other people. And for a couple of reasons, when you're playing with a live drummer, that's a big adjustment. It can be. And also it's that and listening to the other instruments, and knowing, you know, when to come in and when to have like a solid rhythm, and to be able to contribute to the overall sound. And what you'll find too is when you play with other people, you will get a lot better a lot faster. It's a catalyst when you play with other people. So I'd say those 2 things. Obviously, practice at home, woodshed, and all that stuff. But if you have the opportunity, play with other people, whether it be just jamming for fun or going to jam nights or whatever. Just get in there and play with people. Oh, no worries, Eric. No worries, buddy. Terry's GGG. Don't forget, Guitar Hack is live from the case of his Firebird. Yeah, just about, eh? Yeah, that Firebird case. It's a beast, man. Okay, I'm trying to get caught up here in the chat, folks. Okay. Scott Nickerson, if I haven't said hello, hello. 9 of 46. Yeah, I've used 9 of 46, but I find that the thinner strings, as far as like fast picking, I find it a lot easier to do if the string's a little thinner. I've got 76 people watching. This is absolutely insane. Thank you all so much, everybody, for popping in. Braxo, would you play a guitar in the shape of a ribeye? Well, you know what? I would actually be nicer shape than the Tosin Abasi guitar. You got to check that out. That thing is an abomination, man. They're smoother to the touch. Are we talking about the Darios, Todd Flowers? Because that's what I find. I find that the Darios just a little easier to play. And if you really want to go nuts with the Darios, get the NYXLs, man. Those strings are killer. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. So EVH has been playing Dava. EVH and Gear TV Network. Eric has been playing Dava since 2001. I endorsed that, Brown. Ask some picks. Yeah. I can't say enough. You know, the only downside, if you want to call it a downside, is if you like to do a lot of pick scraping. And I do the odd one or two a night, and this is not conducive to pick scraping because you have the rubber. So you can still do it. You just got to make sure you get this end instead of this end to get a nice loud pick scrape sound. Hey, Alex, sorry, Music and Luthier, how are you? I actually played the 9s2 Guitar Hack, and at some point, put 10s on by accident. Loved it. Taste apparently changed. Maybe you should try other gauges. You know what happens for me is I play guitar. I have played guitars with 10s. What happens is my fingers get really tired really quick, and I don't have the strength of my hands for bends and things like that. And if I'm doing a gig, I am playing, anywhere from 45 to 50 songs in a night. And if I do that with 10s, I'll be basically totally burned out by the first set. So it's not that I can't play 10s. I have played 10s. I have experience with that. I immediately go to 9s just because it makes life a lot easier for me. But that's just me. Again, it's all personal preference. There's no right answer. It's whatever's comfortable for you, right? Okay, I'm just going down the chat here. Hey, Jack Daniels, JD10101, how are you? Okay, it's a Gibson Revolution. Yeah, go Gibson, go, man. I own, I'm up to 10 guitars now, and I think like 7 of them, is it 6? I don't even know. When you don't know, I'd say more than half, 60 or 70% of what I own is Gibson. Oh, Marsman, yeah. So Marsman is just mentioning that I'm also partially responsible for Marsman buying a Marshall Governor pedal. For those of you that don't know, Marshall makes pedals as well. They are built like tanks. And they're heavy. They're heavy and they're built like tanks and they're great. And their best part is they're very inexpensive. So if you want a good quality pedal for cheap that you can beat up, like step on, no worries. I'd go Marshall, man. I got a Marshall Governor too. It's a fantastic pedal. Marsman's got one as well. He can attest to that. Yeah, they're fantastic pedals. 81 people are watching. Okay, guys, you're blowing my mind. I've never cracked 80. This is absolutely nuts. Oh my God. Give me a minute. This is freaking me right out. 82. Wow. Uh, I don't know what to say, folks. The hack is speechless. Wow. Thank you. Thank you all so much. This is absolutely nuts. Bearded Blues Dude, since you are now taking responsibility, I will be giving my wife your name. Yeah, I got a lot of angry wives, man. A lot of angry wives for getting their husbands to smoke and buy instruments. So I am very, very guilty. Guitar hack, I don't like people, laugh out loud, but I play drums too. There you go. Carlos Figueroa, how are you, buddy? Welcome. Your first time, yeah, Carlos. I see you on the Facebook live. I go live on my Facebook channel once in a while when I'm having a cigar. I call it Smoking with Hack, and I see Carlos all the time, and we have chats. And but this is the first time Carlos has been with me live, so this is fantastic. Thank you so much. Um, Buck Lester, Guitar Hack. Any bad experiences the first few times you played with other people? Oh, of course, sure. Um, Anytime you play with people like I'm in a couple of bands now, and to get in a band you have to go to a lot of auditions, and I've been to a lot of auditions. When I've probably auditioned probably at this point at least a dozen or more times with different bands, and you know it's like anything else. It's like when you're meeting a group of people, and and you don't really know what you're walking into, and sometimes they're nice, sometimes they're not, sometimes they're highly critical. It's intimidating to say the least, right? And so yeah, I've had some bad experiences. One thing this is just I don't want to be preachy, but one thing is, you got to remember that, because I've been on the other side of that, and I've had people audition for me. Never forget that where you come from, and that, when a guy comes to audition for you, the experience of being on the other end of that. And so always treat them with respect, give them a chance to play, talk to them, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, but don't be rude, and when I go into auditions, I always my frame of reference when I go in, and I this is just a general rule for life. When I'm entering a situation, and I'm unfamiliar, I always think of myself as if it's music, the worst musician in the room. If it's a work thing, I'm the dumbest guy in the room, and I just keep my mouth closed and keep my ears open, and I listen, and I try to gauge before I open my mouth. Or if I'm playing to, like, the same type of philosophy, that's how I approach pretty much everything. And it seems to work out. So and if you're the one on the other end of that and they're auditioning for you, just don't be a dick, like, just be respectful, listen to what they, if they're playing is great, don't be intimidated. If they're playing is not so great, don't be rude, and just be accepting. And and if you like, I mean, I fortunately, I think there's only a few that bands that I auditioned for and I didn't get in for whatever reason. And one of them didn't even bother to tell me. But you know what, I'll give you a quick story about karma. I auditioned for a band years ago, and they didn't contact me to say whether or not I was in the band or not. So, like, a week goes by, 2 weeks go by, and they were not the I didn't it wouldn't have been the best fit anyway, so it kind of worked out. And I called them back, and then they, kind of rudely said, "Well, nobody called you. Yeah, we don't want you in the band." I'm like, "Okay, that's cool, right? Fine." Fast forward that to about 2 years when I started forming my own band, and I had a guy call me up and wanted to come out as a guitar player, the same one that I was in contact with 2 years previous, and said to me, called me up and said, I want to audition for the band. And I'm talking to him, like, over the phone, because I'm trying to figure out where they're coming from and all this kind of thing. And it took me about 20 minutes. And then I realized who I was talking to. And it was that same person from 2 years before that was rude to me. And I reminded him of who I was. And I said, you know what? Guess what? Don't even bother coming out. You know, if the guy was a nice guy, I would have had him out. But you know what? You were a dick to me, and what goes around comes around. So just saying. Um, Anyway, I probably went way too far along on that question, and let me get caught up here. What do you think of open mic nights at clubs? Dennis, bro, I've done those. Um, at the end of the day, and this applies, in that situation or any situation, when you go and play, the best attitude to have, and I mentioned this the other day, is just don't care. Don't care how you play. Don't be all caught up in over analyzing, because that's when you're going to be really tight, and that's when you're going to play at your worst. If you don't care, then you're not worried, and if you're not worried, that's when the best music is going to come out of you. So um, that's what I would suggest. Just do it. I mean, I've done it. It's and I've goofed up, whatever. I mean, it's just fun. I goof up with my band in a professional gig. So I mean, it's nothing. It's nothing to be ashamed of, right? Uh, oh, thank you so much, McReekin. Yeah, man, it's like hanging out with a bunch of friends. I totally agree. Jack Daniels, do you subscribe to Pete Thorne? He's a great series of videos run. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. Yeah, Jack Down. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, basically, don't be a dick. Yeah, he's absolutely right. I mean, and he's obviously doing it at a much higher level than me. I mean, I'm just a bar band guy, but yeah, yeah, he's on the money, man. How do you get over stage fright in front of people? How do you get the nerve to do and not mess up? Well, it's like I was saying earlier, Braxel. That's a question from Braxel. I don't care. I'm just there to have fun. I'm going to screw up. Every night I'm going to screw up. And I think the hardest lesson to learn is to realize that at some point you're going to screw up. Now, it's how you react to screwing up. That's the test, right? You know? And this took me years to learn. I am my worst critic. I beat myself up when I do gigs all the time, right? But you can't swear, you can't grimace, you just smile and keep playing, because what I've learned from experience is that the 99% of the time, the only person that knows you screwed up is you. The audience generally won't pick up on it. Maybe a guy in the band will pick up on it and they'll look over. But what are you going to do? You going to put your guitar down? No. You got to keep playing. You're there to entertain an audience. You're getting paid for that. So it's going to happen. Don't ever try to be perfect, because I guarantee you, the more you try to be perfect, the more screw ups you're going to have. But, that's just something, it's a learned lesson. And it took me a long time to get to this point. Right. So I don't worry about it. I just don't. And again, the less I worry about it, the better I play, if that makes any sense. Jack Daniels, okay, sorry. Okay, I'm getting caught up here. Great. Thank you, Jamal Kareem. It's just common sense. There's nothing I'm telling you that's like otherworldly, man. It's just common sense, and it's experience. I mean, I've been playing music in front of people for, okay, how old am I? It's got to be over 25 years. So, JJ's House of Jams, welcome, buddy. How are you, Preston Smith? How's it going, Rob 212? Welcome. Kubrick Lover, 1972. Hey, man, how are you? I haven't seen you in a bit. Hey, Guitar Hack, I have an Epiphone Les Paul Special, Fender Square, and a MIDI keyboard. Well, you got everything there, man. You can do some awesome stuff with all that. Some great recording stuff. Best life advice I ever got was try. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Scott DeFuke, man. That's all it is, Just be kind. There's enough a-holes around. They don't, we don't need any more. Mark Wade, great story. Thanks for sharing. Hey, no worries, Mark Wade. Yeah, anybody in here that's been around. I mean, I'm not telling anything you don't already know. Yeah. Ivan Carter, got to go. Okay, Ivan Carter, thanks so much for popping in. And again, I appreciate your support, my friend. Okay, I hope I haven't missed anyone. Bobby Lopez, Guitar Hack, Toronto, Dufferin and Dundas area. Sorry for no worries, Bobby. Oh, Dufferin and Dundas. Okay, you're Dufferin and Dundas. You're about 20, 25 minutes for me. I'm over in I'm in Etobicoke. A64 T-Bird, crickets on the good questions. Ouch. Okay. Well, we've had good questions. I wouldn't say that. Preston Smith, I too am my own worst. I think most of us, Preston, are our own worst critic. Yeah, I think that's the situation. Guitar Hack, I look at stage fright this way. Look at playing it as a fun opportunity. Yeah, it's an opportunity to play. I mean, I'm not saying this to be hokey, but I was going to talk about gigs. I'm in a band situation now where I play a lot. And when I say I play a lot, I mean I play a lot. Like I haven't played, I'm playing more gigs at over 50 than what I played when or as many as when I played when I was in my mid 20s. I have a gig this Friday. The following week, I have a gig um, on the Saturday before St. Patty's Day and the Sunday of St. Patty's Day. And I was just looking at the calendar. I got a gig. We have a May 2-4 weekend, and I got gigs in between that. But I'm just saying, I got a gig on a Friday, a Saturday, and a Sunday. And they just keep coming in. I'm this week alone, like it's like every second day I get a text, hey, can you play this date? Hey, can you play that date? Hey, can you play that date? And believe me, the band that I'm in, we are not a fantastic band. You want to hear my band? I got live clips. Listen to the band. We're not incredible musicians. I am certainly not a great guitar player. I'm a guitar hack. That's why I call the channel Guitar Hack. But you know what? It's it's not about that. It's an opportunity to play. It's playing at your best, and most importantly, it's playing music people want to hear, and it's entertaining the crowd. And for whatever reason, this band does that. We get callbacks. I played a gig last week. Out of that one show, we got 2 shows. I mean, it's just insane, you know. Other bars owners, they come in and they watch the band, and you know that's what happened last week, and then they'll offer us a gig at break time. And we don't have any high powered equipment. I don't have a mixing, guy mixing the sound. I mean, I'm just playing my amp straight out. Vocals are coming through the PA, like that's it. It's as bare bones as you can get. But for whatever reason, people dig it, and it's blowing my mind. Just like, all you people in here is blowing my mind. It's just, it's incredible. It's incredible. So yeah, it's just an opportunity to play. No worries, Braxel. How do you know when you're ready to play in front of people? Well, if you're playing originals or covers, it doesn't matter. I mean, if you got the songs together and you're playing them basically when it's more muscle memory than anything. Like if I'm having to think about everything I'm playing, then I'm not ready. If I can just get up there and play with my eyes closed, well, not literally, but you know what I mean. That's when you know you're ready. It's when you can play and just be relaxed. That's when you're ready. If you're still kind of, fumbling about, then you're not. That's basically my test. Guitar Hack, I've done some GarageBand stuff on my channel. Okay, yeah, that's cool. GarageBand is really good. I've done some recording with that as well. Not at somebody else's house. I don't have any of that stuff, but I've done some recording. Yeah, GarageBand is actually really, really cool. Vincent Wiener, welcome. Oh, no worries, Vincent Wiener, man. I'm not a good enough actor to bullshit. So what you see is what you get, my friend. But I appreciate the comment. Dave R's Guitars, how are you, man? James Smith, welcome. Oh, thank you so much, James Smith. I appreciate that, man. I really do. RJ the Mad One, welcome, man. Okay, I'm just okay. What's your favorite guitar that you own? I get asked that a lot. I got 10 of them at this point, so I don't really have well. I'll tell you what, like I got my most comfortable guitar that I will play, that I work with, that works with me the best, is still Blackie. It's my black Les Paul, which you can't here. I'll show it to you real quick. This is still my go-to guitar. It's this one right here. And it's really nothing special. It's not modded. It's all stock. It's a 2005 standard that I found a really good deal on used. And I've had it for a couple of years, and it's got dings and dangs in it, but it doesn't matter to me. The thing plays really well, and it feels really, really good. And that is my guitar. Guitar Noise, there's a new name. Welcome. Okay. Oh, he makes a good comment. I made a mistake on my last audition of not being prepared. I was not invited back. Yeah. If you're going to go to an audition, all the auditions that I went to, they generally would say, give me a song list of songs to learn. And yeah, you pretty much got to have them down cold. And if you're focusing on here's the other thing that they'll look at: how comfortable do you look when you're playing? Because if you're not rehearsed and you don't know the songs well, and you're kind of looking down, and then they see that you're not moving around and you're not, mobile, they'll look at that as, this guy's going to look like a stiff on stage, and we don't want this guy. So it's that kind of thing, right? A 64 T-board. Oh, Thrash. Hey, Thrash. Sorry, man. I didn't see you there. Hello, buddy. Guitar question. How honest is too honest when it comes to YouTube? When does it become bad for business? I really couldn't give a rat's ass. A 64 T-bird. I'm not here for business, buddy. I'm not here to make money. I'm just here for fun and talking to you fine folks, and just enjoying the chats, and hopefully contributing to this fantastic guitar community we have. So I'm not worried about business. That doesn't come into play here, but appreciate the question. Pork Chop SRV, welcome. How are you, man? Michael Rendon, hi. Rendon, how are you? Nice to see you. Okay, good night, Alex. Sorry, yeah, it's very late where you are, buddy. Have a good night, my friend. The house at Hack built. 83 people watching. This is absolutely insane. Thank you all so much, man. Don't fear the riffer. Yeah, exactly. JJ, if I haven't said hello, hello. Oh, by the way, folks, I've got the JJ's House of Jams. He's going to be with me on Tuesday next week at 7 p.m. Check that out. I'm going to be picking JJ's brains. We're going to find out the whole backstory behind the JJ and his House of Jams. So that'll be a blast, man. Check that out. That's going to be a lot of fun. That's next Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Dennis Bro, you must be doing something right. They keep calling. Yeah, Dennis Bro, and I don't know what it is. And you know what? And I think it's better. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Mitch Heyman, welcome, buddy. How are you? I'm for sure very critical of how I play. I'm always learning, working on new technique, and it's very challenging, but it's fun. As hello, Tron. Yeah, yeah. New techniques. That's the one thing I wish I had more time for. I wasn't even sure I was going to go on live tonight because I got to learn a bunch of songs for St. Patty's Day. I had to learn Whiskey in the Jar, the Thin Lizzy. Yeah, man, that's a tricky tune to play. But it's a great song. We went over it 3 times last night, and I got it right about 80% of the time. I still got another couple of weeks, but I got to commit it to muscle memory. And again, the only way to do that is I just got to keep playing it over and over and over again until I don't have to think about it, and then the fingers will go where they're supposed to. Oh, thank you so much, JJK's House of Harleys. I think you guys sound great. Thank you so much, man. Yeah. Okay, if anyone's got any questions or comments, please tag me because I'm probably missing a ton. Bearded Blues Dude, good song choice and good playing equals happy listeners. You got a good mix. Yeah, that is very true. There's a lot of songs, and I've talked about this a lot. There's a lot of songs that I do with the band is called the Hit Disturbers, by the way, folks. Check them out on Facebook and please like the page. It's the Hit Disturbers. Yeah, I've gone on here before and I've complained about, there's a lot of songs that we do that I can't stand. Okay, but and I kind of learn them really, reluctantly, but the payoff is when I do those songs and I get a bunch of people that are up out of their seats and they're dancing and they're having a good time and enjoying them and looking up at us and me and smiling. You know what, man? You can't beat that. I mean, that's what it's all about, man. It's about playing music and, and enjoying the moment, enjoying the crowd, and and then you're feeding off of them, and then all of a sudden, the song you hate becomes a song you love. I mean, it's just that's what it's all about, and that's the thing. I mean, you know, I, I'm in a covers band, and I'm there to entertain people. I'm not there for me. I'm there for them. So you got to that's another lesson you got to learn. You got to get that in your head, make the songs your own. That helps. And we do. I mean, I rarely play what's on the record. I kind of make up my own parts. But you got to stick basically to the song still, so that's recognizable to the crowd. And when you hit those chords and you see everybody's ears perk up and they get up and they start dancing, I mean, it's just a fantastic feeling. Dealer guitars, guitar hack. Even the best of the best makes mistakes on stage. It's not about the mistake; it's about how you recover and carry on. Yeah, I was saying that earlier. Dave R's guitars, exactly. So if you make a mistake, don't curse, don't make a face. Just keep playing, because again, the only people that are going to pick up on it is maybe you, maybe one person in the band will pick up on it, and that's about it, right? Just keep going. And try not to make that mistake the next time the next time it goes around, right? If you hit that bum chord. Okay, I'm just going down the chat. I'm looking for tags. 76 people in here now. So yeah, if you've got a question for me, folks, please tag me. Hey, Donnie's BMX Scapades. How are you? Old Guys Guitar Vlog. Welcome. If I haven't said hello to you. How are you, man? Will Varela Guitar Hack, I think you will hit 100 on your next chat. You deserve all the kudos. You're honest and down to earth, my friend. All the best to you. Thank you so much, Will Varela. I really appreciate that, man. I'm doing this just for fun. I'm not doing this for any other reason than that. I just love coming on and talking to you folks one-on-one and sharing information. And if there's anything that I can offer you that'll help you, by all means. And I learn a lot from you folks too, man. I mean, I go on a lot of your channels. I'll make comments. I'll watch your vids. It's all about the community. I mean, when I started this channel, if you ever, read my bio, it's all about building a guitar community and sharing knowledge and passion for the instrument. And that's really what it's all about. That's what I try to do. Showman Blues. Hey, Hack, I did a new setup on my Les Paul because yours sounded so good. Oh, that's awesome, Showman. Yeah, my Les Pauls, I mean, now I'm going to self-promote. Man, they sound good. My Les Pauls sound amazing. I'm at the end of the day, my Les Pauls are going to always be my favorite guitars. Does that Les Paul have Grovers? Yes, it does. Or actually, no, this one, no, sorry. The Blackie's got Clousons. My 2016 standard Les Paul, though, has that one has Grovers on it. And my Firebird has mini Grovers on it. Blues Boy Kentucky Guitar Hack, I have a 2015 Les Paul. What do they make now that is similar? Les Paul M. Oh, man, I'm drawing a blank. Can you ask me that again, Blues Boy, and tag me? Let me know what that M stands for. For whatever reason, I'm drawing a blank right now. Love the look of that guitar. Have a good evening, everyone. Okay, Lost Smoke, thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. Have a good evening. Okay, what do we got? Broxel, Guitar Hack. That is why I watch you, because you're real. Never change. I don't plan on changing. I'm too old to change, man. Can't teach an old dog new tricks, man. Guitar Hack, Brad Miller. Guitar Hack. The problem I have is I can't memorize songs. That part of my memory has gone. Really, Brad Miller? That's you're probably. I think, Brad, you're probably around my age, man. Really, but Brad, don't you play every week at the church, and you always got to play new songs? I think that's probably why, man. I've been playing the core of what I've been playing now. I've been playing these same songs for, oh man, at this point, like at least three to 5 years. We add new ones and then we drop old ones. So, the new ones I got to think about a little bit, but the old ones, it's all muscle memory, right? I think if you play them enough, that shouldn't be a problem. Dale Palmer, welcome. How are you? I appreciate that, Dale Palmer. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, Old Guys Guitar Vlog. Yeah, I saw your video today, that review of the Dave Matthews. I'm not familiar with Dave Matthews, but that was a very interesting take though on that record. Now I'm curious about it. Now I want to go listen to it. I know it is, but I'm keeping it to myself. Laugh out loud. Okay, Scott, cool. Janice Lala, welcome. If I haven't said hello, it's so hard when you play when people can't or won't end a song. Yeah, I've had that happen. Last week, I did my first lead vocal. I'm actually trying to sing now, and I'm actually going to be singing more at my age now. I'm going to start being a singer, if you can figure that one out. We do a cult song called She Sells Sanctuary, and I was singing the lead, and the drummer didn't know where I was. And I was still had a little bit of my cold left, and I was basically, I was out of voice. I had nothing left. And he kept going. I'm looking at him like, we got to end this now, because I can't sing another verse. So that was kind of funny. Yeah, JJ, it'll be a lot of fun, buddy. I am looking forward to it as well. Guitar Hack, do they ever ask you to play alone when auditioning? No, usually Showman, when I audition, it's for a band. So I'm playing with the band. That being said, I haven't gone to an audition now in shit. I think it's been at least 4 years. It's been at least 4 years since I've had any auditions. Oh, thank you so much, Blimpus. Appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, rocking in the free world. Yeah. We'll end the show with that. We have recently, usually that one or Highway to Hell. And when we do Rocking in the Free World, I get an opportunity to go ape shit with a wah pedal. So that's always fun. Wah pedals are great, man. When you run out of ideas, just keep cranking the wah. I'm sure if you own a wah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Uh, Joe Hervey 84. Any kiss? I not at the moment. Oh, actually, sorry. Yeah, rock and roll all night. We do rock and roll all night, and I might be doing. I used to do it before. I might bring it back. I was made for loving you with a different band though. Okay, I'm going down. Quentin James, yeah, Quentin James knows, man. You play for the crowd, not for yourself. Be professional. Yeah, Quentin James was a beast, man. He had an amazing band back in the day. If you're not sub to Quentin James, man. He's a monster player. Guitar Hack, do you like jazz? Yeah, it depends. Some jazz, yeah, I like. Not all of it. Like Larry Carlton, I love. So I guess more jazz pop, I guess, would be maybe the way I would describe that. James Severin. Oh, thank you so much, James Severin. James Severin, no, you rock, my friend. Stephen heard great advice. Thank you so much. Vincent Wiener, Guitar Hack. I know you have a classic Marshall DSL 40C, but I saw that you said that you might get a small head to take to gigs. I got a DSL. Oh, you know what? That is the head that I'm thinking about, Vince Wiener, is that 20-watt Marshall head. I was thinking about that for a long time. If I find one, one comes up for cheap, I'm thinking they're going to drop in price because those Marshall minis are coming out, right? If that drops in price, like, where it's a good deal, I may still go for that. I got a little derailed with the Firebird in terms of buying new gear, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. Okay, Bearded Blues dude, thanks for popping in. Take care, buddy. Okay, Stephen Hurd, Guitar Hack. I was in a band that opened for the Guess Who at a pig roasting festival. Those guys gave. Oh yeah, the Guess Who, man. First of all, congratulations. That's phenomenal. He opened for the Guess Who. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Now you're who's I opened for Paul James, but nobody outside the Toronto area would know who Paul James is. But he was a big deal here. Who else did I open up for? I opened up for a pretty famous international artist. That's back in my wedding band days, but you wouldn't know who that was either. But they flew in from Europe. So, anyways, but that's awesome, man. Preston Smith, Guitar Hack. I get really nervous playing in front of strangers, but if there is one person in there rooting for me, I'm all in. Oddly, the nervousness is a rush, better than any drug. I own it. Oh, yeah, that's a whole other thing, Preston. If you can take ownership of that, and if that'll fire you up, that's awesome, man. Mike as himself. Welcome, Mike. How are you, man? I don't think I said hello to you. Hack, what pups are in your LPs? I like Dirty Fingers and 490s. I've got, okay, let me, it's strictly my Les Pauls. The 2005 standard and the 2016 standard both have Burstbucker Pros in them. But for some reason, the Burstbucker Pros in my 2005, I kind of like the sound better of. And oh god, the P90 Les Paul I have has P90 Les Paul has P90s. My Les Paul Classic has P90s. They're phenomenal. And god, my other Les Paul, which is also a classic, but from 2005, has Sheptones in it. The Sheptone, what are they called? Jimmy Page pickups or something, or Heartbreakers or something. And they're super low output, and they sound really, really good. The 490s, the ceramics, I'm not a big fan of. That being said, my Firebird has 490s. I don't know what the 490s sound, but they're 490s, mini humbuckers, and I'm actually digging those. Surprisingly, I'm digging those, even though they're ceramics. But I'm generally not a big fan of ceramics. I just find them a little too hot for my liking. But again, just personal preference, right? No worries, old guys guitar vlog. I'm way behind. Guitar, everyone, welcome. There's a new name. Who are some of your favorite guitar players? I can go on forever about that. For nostalgia and getting me playing, it's going to be Ace Frehley. But I love Neil Sean. I love Neil Sean, Nuno Betancourt, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Let me think. Those are the ones that are at the top of my head. Jimmy Page, of course. Yeah, I think those would be like the first ones you think about, I guess, would be the main ones. So it would be those players. Guitar Hack, I have a 20 less LPM, but I don't see that model anymore. What do Les Paul Maple Body. Okay, I don't see that model anymore. What do they have that is similar? I don't think they have anything that's similar to that. As far as I know, they're all mahoganies. So I don't know what would replace that Blues Boy Kentucky. I don't think there's any maple bodies, unless somebody in the chat knows. But as far as I'm aware, I don't know of any maple body Les Pauls. If somebody knows, please help out Blues Boy Kentucky, because I don't know. At least sitting here right now, I'd have to research it for you. Yargnad, The Cult Rules. Yeah, man. I love that song, She Sells Sanctuary. I still remember where I was when that song came out. That was one of those songs that blew me away. And I'm going to say that came out in about 86. Okay. Michael B., welcome. How are you, man? Michael Guitaric, I'm singing the Neil Young song as well. Oh, that's cool, Michael B. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, Michael B., when you get out and you guys start doing your gigs, man, I'd love to see it. If you could record some of that, that'd be amazing, buddy. The Origin 20. You're asking me about the Origin 20, Yargnad. Yeah, it's a great head. The Marshall Origin series, I know they're not, universally loved, but I do love them. I generally like the sound of the 50 over the 20, though, I'll tell you that. But the 20 is great. It's a great head. It's a nice small, it's actually not a lot smaller than the 50, though, surprisingly. But no, they're great. I did a review of the Marshall head. Any gear that I have demos of. If you want to check my playlist, there's a demo in every piece of gear I own. Those are actually my most viewed videos, are my demos. If you want to hear what the classic 50 sounds like, the 20 won't be that far off. What else we got? Paul Jans. Paul Jans rings a bell, but I was saying Paul James earlier. I'm not sure who Paul Jans is. If you want to fill in the blanks a little bit there, Todd, let me know who that is. The Origin are made overseas. Yeah, Dave R's guitars, they get beat up because the Origin and the Marshall get, they're made overseas, so they're crap. You know what? I don't agree with that, and I'll tell you why. Because that DSL, I've gigged with that guitar for at least 5 years now, and it's fine, and it works fine, and it's reliable. The Origin I bought less than a year ago, and I've probably gigged with that between 20 to 30 shows, and it's reliable and it sounds good. So I don't care where it was made as long as it works. And my stuff has to work. That's the bottom line. And I haven't had issues. I did. Okay, I'm lying. I had a little bit of an issue with that Marshall, which I rectified. I mean, it was a preamp tube, so it was a wear and tear thing. But they're fine. The Hughes and Kettner as well. Bought that used. It works. All my stuff works. So I don't really care where it was made. Blues Boy Kentucky Guitar Hack has a maple neck instead of a mahogany neck. Yeah. Okay, it's strictly the neck. Yeah. I don't know of any Les Pauls that have maple necks. I don't know. I'm still at a loss, Blues Boy. I'm sorry, man. I don't know if anyone in the chat can help out Blues Boy Kentucky. Actually, Dave R's Guitars. He knows probably a lot more about this than I do. He can help you out. The '05 has 300 pots, whereas the newer, so that might make a difference. Yeah, the pots, that's a good, yeah, you might, yeah. You're onto something there, Dave R. Oh, yeah. I'm one of your favorite guitarists, Quinn. You're killing me, buddy. Um, Wolverella, okay, Blues Boy, Kentucky. Yeah, the dual Zebra 61 humbuckers are fantastic pickups. That I can tell you, Blues Boy, Kentucky. That's what they're putting in the current classic 2019s. And they're great sounding pickups. I've played them. They're great. Ron Gillespie, welcome if I haven't said hello. Yeah, you and me both, Ron. I am also waiting for the 60s Gibsons to come out, and I'm still waiting for a definite answer on what kind of pickups are in those because nobody's saying. Oh, that's awesome, Brad Miller. Yeah, Neil Sean is out. That's great. Hey, Zach Thon, welcome. Oh, they have a limited special run. Okay, Blues Boy, Kentucky. I didn't know that. Guitar Hack, have you ever had someone spill liquid on your gear or run into you? Oh, many times, Braxel. I'm playing this absolutely crazy bar. I was mentioning about the St. Patty's weekend on the Saturday. And at that place, I had somebody spill a drink on my Les Paul Blackie that you just saw. So that's happened. Not last Saturday, but the Saturday before, I had somebody fall on my pedals. That's happened more than once. So yeah, I mean, people having a good time. They're dancing. They're falling. It's crazy. You have the original 20 combo, and it's a beast. Yeah, they're great, man. They're great. RJ the Mad One. Here's a link for a new guitar I picked up today. Okay, RJ the Mad One. I'll have to check that out later, buddy. Scott Connor, welcome. I saw the Cult open for Metallica. Yeah, yeah, I've seen the Cult a few times. They were great. Hopefully, nobody threw anything at them opening for Metallica. Uh, Braxel. Oh god, Ben Coombs just started, folks. I'm gonna have to shut this down. I don't want to take away anything from Ben Coombs. Just gonna answer these last few questions. Dave R, wasn't bashing where it was made. It was more about the series. Marshall didn't drop the price. Oh yeah, I'm not saying you were bashing Dave R. I just know generally that yeah, people have been bashing those. Okay, all right. I used to spill beer on guitar, but I had EMGs. Okay, if anyone's got any last minute questions, Canucks with Guitars just went live. So you know what? While I still have 68 people on, just a few things. So number one, got some fantastic people in here. Please sub each other. Let's keep this community growing. Let's keep it positive. Let's keep it a positive, happy place. Number two, I appreciate you all so much for checking these streams out. You guys are phenomenal. I can't say enough. You guys have no idea. I had 82 people at one point. It's unbelievable. It's just amazing. Thank you all so much. If you're interested in merch, I have a link below. I sell merch. All proceeds go to the Canadian Cancer Society. So if anyone is interested in that, the link is below. Yeah, that's about it. Hopefully, you guys will check out next Tuesday. I've got JJ's House of Jams. He's going to be on with me on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Check that out. Again, I want to thank you all so much. You guys are fantastic. You rock. And have a great weekend, folks. Stay safe. Stay warm if you're in a cold place like me. And take care. Thank you so much. Cheers, everybody.